Ladies and gentlemen, the rules for creating amazing thumbnails have changed, and there's a new way to design eye-catching thumbnails that's taking over YouTube. Top creators are already using this style to pull in millions of views, whilst many new creators are still stuck with outdated tactics that result in low click-through rates and a struggle to get views. In fact, I've been using this new thumbnail style on my other channel that's got over 1 million subscribers, and the results have been pretty insane. My videos often get click-through rates of between 8 and 12%, which helps them get millions of views and earn tens of thousands of dollars. And this thumbnail style's also helped me blow up this brand new channel here and get it monetized in just 4 videos. So what I'm gonna do is explain what this new style is and how you can easily start using it in your videos. But first, you need to understand the main problem that most creators unknowingly make with their thumbnails, which just kills their click-through rate and stops their channel from growing. So take a look at all these different thumbnails here. There's something seriously wrong with all of them, but can you spot what it is? Because at first glance, they seem to tick all the boxes. They've got contrasting colors to grab your attention, they've got faces that show emotion, they've got clear text giving context to the video, and they all look really nice because they've been edited by a professional. But if we go to the view count, these videos barely crack 1,000 views. So what's actually holding them back? Well, the critical point here is just because a thumbnail looks nice, it doesn't mean it's a good thumbnail. Even if a thumbnail's got all of the correct elements in it, the click-through rate's still going to be really low if it's missing this one other factor. So what actually makes a good thumbnail, and what is this missing factor? Well, there's 2 parts to an amazing thumbnail that's got a high click-through rate. Part 1 is it needs to stand out so people actually notice the thumbnail, and part 2 is it needs to get people to click on the thumbnail so you can get views. And you get your thumbnail to stand out by doing things like showing faces, having bold text, having contrasting colors. And this means when people are scrolling through their feed, they notice your video and then stop to take a look. And I've got a whole video that breaks down how to do this, which you can find linked in the description. And all of the thumbnails I've just shown you are excellent at stopping the scroll. But what they're not good at is actually getting the viewer to click on them. And this is what separates an average thumbnail from an exceptional one. And it's a thing that most new creators really struggle to do, hence their click-through rates are usually lower than 5%. So how do you actually get someone to click on your thumbnail once they've seen it? Well, the answer is by creating a curiosity gap. What is a curiosity gap? Well, it's the space between what your viewer currently knows and what they want to know. And the bigger this gap is, the more likely they are to actually click on your thumbnail. And this is the secret factor that 99% of thumbnails lack. So just remember this. The only reason someone will ever click on your thumbnail is because it builds curiosity. In fact, Mr. Beast says it perfectly here.
If someone reads it, are they like, do they have to watch it? Is it just so intrinsically interesting that it's just gonna with them if they don't click on it?
Now, even though we only mentioned the word title in that video, he's actually referring to both the title and the thumbnail as they work together. But the point is, your thumbnail has to be so interesting and build so much curiosity that people just have to click on it. And most channels think they're building curiosity in their thumbnails, and maybe they're building a bit, but they're not building enough. Hence, they still have click-through rates between 3 and 5%. But if you want much higher click-through rates, between 8 and 12%, like I've been getting on my videos, then you need to start using this new thumbnail style. So what is the new thumbnail style? Well, it's what I like to call curiosity-focused thumbnails. And it's the style of thumbnail that many of the top creators are now using because it's a style that prioritizes the feeling of curiosity above everything else. The best example is Mr. Beast. You might remember his old thumbnails. They were attention-grabbing with bold text, contrasting colors, and strong facial expressions. But if we compare them to his new thumbnails, the new ones are just so much more clickable, even though they've got all the same attention-grabbing traits, such as bold text, contrasting colors, and strong facial expressions. So despite having the same elements, his new thumbnails are better than his old ones because they spark way more curiosity. So if you want contrasting colors on your thumbnail, then that's fine. If you want text on your thumbnail, that's fine. If you want to have faces showing emotion, then that's also fine. But all of these elements need to work together to do just one thing, and that is build curiosity. So how do you actually do this? Well, there's 4 tactics, with the 4th being my personal favorite. So the first tactic is to understand this. No one wants to click on a video that's got a small or boring title because it's just not interesting. In fact, listen to what Mr. Beast says here about titles.
Short, simple, ideally, and just so freaking interesting they have to click.
You need a really strong opinion, probably.
Therefore, you need to have a strong title that has a huge claim. And the only way to do that is to have a really good video idea in the first place, because your thumbnail and title just represent the idea of your video. So the first tactic actually has nothing to do with the design of the thumbnail, but it's to come up with a really good idea that has a huge claim and sparks curiosity. For example, if you made a video and it was all about you just drinking your coffee in the morning, then I don't care if you've got the best thumbnail ever created. The idea is so boring and there's no big claim, no one's ever going to click on it. So before you even click record, ask yourself, what is the big claim you're making in the video? The claim needs to be big enough and interesting enough that the viewer just has no choice but to click on it. But just having a great idea with a big claim isn't enough. And that brings us on to the second tactic. Because these two videos teach exactly the same thing, they've got exactly the same idea and have exactly the same claim. They're both going to teach you how to vanish a coin. Yet the video I made has 5.5 million views, and the one the other creator made only has 15,000 views. And if we look at the titles, it becomes really clear why. His title is The Retention of Vision Vanish. And that's nice, it tells me what the video's about, but the language is boring, and it means the click-through rate is very low. My title is The Best Coin Vanish in the World. My title uses what I like to call high-impact language to convey the claim that I'm trying to make. In fact, Mr. Beast talks about it here.
Ideally, the title represents content that you would want to watch for 20 minutes. So if it's a 20-minute video and the title is I stepped on a bug, the click-through rate is going to be much lower.
High impact language is how you convey a more extreme opinion. So if you're going to make a video about productivity, don't just say my 10 favorite productivity hacks. Say these 10 revolutionary productivity hacks changed my life. Or I can use the example of a recent video I made on this channel, which is about the downsides of YouTube Shorts. I didn't title it the 5 downsides of YouTube Shorts. I said why YouTube Shorts will kill your channel, and that video has a really high click-through rate and completely blew up. Of course, you need to be able to back up the claim in your video or it is just clickbait, but you do need to use high impact language to convey your big claim, to spark curiosity in the viewer, and this will skyrocket your click-through rate. Now, tactic number 3 is really powerful, and I actually used it in this video here to help it get a click-through rate of 9% and 150,000 views on my brand new channel. Not only does the video have a strong title that's got a huge claim, it also does one other thing. It talks about something new. Now, people just crave novelty and they want to be in the know about the latest trends and cutting edge information, so leverage this if possible, as it really helps build curiosity. So when it comes to finding something new in your videos, it doesn't have to be groundbreaking, it could just be like a fresh perspective on an existing topic, but the point is, if it is possible to infuse your title with some novelty, then that will help boost your click-through rate. And then tactic number 4 is my favorite, and I do this in every single one of my thumbnails. For example, this tactic helped this video here get a click-through rate of around 11% and 2.3 million views and nearly $8,000 in revenue. Not only does the video have a really strong claim with a big title, the real secret is the image itself. It shows something seemingly impossible, which makes viewers stop and think, wait, can you really do that with a pen? And this is the secret. Have something in your thumbnail that challenges the viewers, something that makes them question their assumptions and makes them rethink what they know. The thumbnail could have easily been something like this. It looks nice, it's got all the right elements, but it doesn't challenge the viewers and spark curiosity, making them feel like they have to click. I mean, the same with this video I made on the channel, the one I just mentioned about YouTube Shorts. It's called Why YouTube Shorts Will Kill Your Channel, and the video's got 120,000 views. The title not only makes a huge claim, it also challenges the viewers and makes them question their own strategies. So next time you create a thumbnail, ask yourself this question. Does the image or text seriously challenge the viewer's assumptions and make them curious and want to learn more? And will they lose sleep at night if they don't click on this video? And this is the kind of mentality you need to have if you want to make hyper-clickable, curiosity-focused thumbnails. And of course, if you do this, as I've already mentioned, you need to back up your claims or it is just clickbait. But here's the thing, everything I just told you won't mean anything if the viewer starts to watch your video and then just clicks off. So check out this video here I made, which explains exactly how you should script your video in a way that keeps the viewer watching to boost your watch time and potentially generate hundreds of thousands of views. I'll see you next time.